Right, so I have returned once again today to deliver another episode of Juuni Taisen the Zodiac War, episode 5. I believe we're on now. I was not spooked. Was not spooked because I knew that one was coming in. I knew that one. I was prepared. It is a spooky day of the year, but I ain't spooked. I ain't spooked. So yes, where we left off last time with Juuni Taisen, it was quite an interesting time of events because we've lost our wife. It's still kind of still haven't got over that just yet. And also, Monkey seems as if she's kind of in a pickle with the fact that Usagi's now kind of gone in and probably wants to fight her now. Actually, is going to fight her at this point because she's like, I want to kind of talk this out and do it peacefully. I was like, yo, girl, I don't think talk no jutsu works in this kind of scenario. Please, you might want to kind of rethink some things through here because talk no jutsu don't work. This ain't Naruto. You can't do it. You can't do this here. Don't work that way. So yeah, Usagi's practically like, yeah, we're gonna fight, and she's all like, oh, all right. And Nezumi's like, oh, bugger. That's pretty much what's happened so far. In the shortest amount of terms I could probably actually imagine at this point after analyzing La La Land for the last like 7 hours. The brain's literally fried. So anyway, without further delay, let's actually get a show on the road. Let's actually talk. Actually, not talk. Let's watch this episode of Juuni Taisen episode 5. So let's begin in 3, 2, 1. Let's begin now. Huh. Huh. That's quite interesting. Wait, so is did Fee escape from the fight between Ox then? Remember Ox was fighting Horser incorrectly. That'd be pretty interesting, actually. If that actually were to happen. Because the sequel involves some other kind of this other kind of group that comes in. So I'd imagine those who survive this have to go then fight afterwards. I would imagine that's what it looks like, as if it's going to be like the sequel. Yeah, he randomly breaks down to English sometimes. I always kind of went, why? I thought, all right. Guess he's just part of his character. I don't know. Because if I remember correctly, the manga he actually dismembers himself. I was like, oh, we didn't do it in the anime. It's kind of disappointing. Because it's one of the like left field things that happened in the manga. I was like, what? And then it doesn't happen in the anime. I was like, oh. So, oh. That has to be the reason why. I still don't get why I love this show so much, because I actually do freaking like it. I have zero idea why. I have some kind of deepened love for this show. I have zero idea why it's even there. I'm just like, I'm still kind of liking this. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's just that Nisio. It's just that Nisio. Maybe it's just that. Maybe it's just that. It's just Nisio. Huh. This guy knows what he's doing. Huh. I like that. I like that. It's like, your told no jutsu will not work on me, okay? It will not work on me. Hello! Oh, he's actually alive. He's alive. I thought he was dead. I thought the man's was dead. But he's alive. What do you know? My growing thing is, what happened to the leopard print lady? Just nowhere to be seen. This is a kind of a this is a weird place for a flashback. But okay. All right. All right. Oh, really? Though it does have a really weird place to put flashbacks. Sometimes. A lot of times it works. Other times it's kind of a bit like, oh, okay. I don't know why it's a flashback here, but I guess. Do as you wish. Oh well, okay. All right. All right. Kind of caught me off guard. I am in 956 currently. 956. Huh. Yeah, that's what I'm getting as well. I like this guy now. I like. Damn it! It's the kind of the good backstory. Damn it! Don't give me those fills. All right, show. Don't give me those fills. I don't want these kind of fills right now. Oh, she's still using it. She's still using the Talk No Jutsu. Yeah, we're still there. We just finished it just now. Uh-oh. Surprisingly, this uses Talk No Jutsu quite a bit, but she was quite badass. Oh, makes sense really for one of them to do it at least. But yeah, I'm glad it actually was him. To be honest, he's now the best character there. I mean, yeah, he kind of did cheat the poison as well. You're right there. I think he's the one who re-ingested it completely. I think didn't Dog actually ingest the poison first? Just his things managed to actually kind of create a antidote. That would be quite a twist, actually. I do remember, if I remember correctly, they did actually mention there wasn't anything like kind of dubious going on with them. It's just poison. I think that's what he said in the first episode. Uh-oh. Here we go. Here we go. The inevitable. Oh, look at the backstory. Oh, there he goes. He's dead. Kind of DDO. Oh, no. Oh. Man, she's actually doing really freaking good. It's surprising this show's done really freaking great for its actual build-up. As I always noted about this show, the show that actually has a great sense of build-up. Huh. Huh. Oh, okay. All right. Ha. Okay. That's a pretty neato twist. Uh-oh. That would have been pretty freaking good, to be honest. I would have actually kind of liked that twist. Like, he actually won it by blowing them up as well. That would have been kind of a neato twist. I like this dude quite a bit now. This dude's pretty good. The fan pretty much orchestrated everything behind closed doors. It's actually pretty freaking nicely done. Oh! 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 No, won't find out this week. We won't find out this week. No way. We ain't find out this week until what's going to happen there. Clearly, she's got something up her sleeve as well. The idea of deception. Act like you're drunk and you're actually not drunk. The prime art of deception. Well, that was an episode. That's actually a pretty freaking good episode, actually. Holy crap. It was like Revelation Central. I was like, holy moly, okay. All right, show. That's what I'm fearing as well. Let's face it, probably he's probably gonna get killed next episode anyway. Let's face it. Let's face the facts already. He's probably gonna die. It wouldn't be the show without it. Yeah, but at the same time, I don't know. It's a weird show to predict because you just don't know what's up their sleeves per se. Because they build up characters so much early for them to go and die like kind of instantly. It's like you just don't know who's gonna die next. I mean, I thought Monkey might probably die this episode, but she didn't. I was surprised. I was like, damn, all right. I don't know, because whenever they set up a character to kind of be like this, they always kind of kill them off straight away, but clearly not anymore. Clearly, they're bucking that trend now. They're kind of going away from that trend. Alrighty. Alrighty. Yeah, so all in all, pretty freaking good episode, actually, I must say. Kind of one of probably actually imagined to be the best one of we actually got so far. Like we've actually had some pretty freaking episodes already, but this one happened to be the best one because it gave it enough time to give context to a character for them not to ultimately go and die. I thought, you know what, good on you, because other than that, every single character has had context this whole entire time. Has always died, but clearly not this time. I don't know, because I feel as if this show's can't actually speak now. I feel as if this show's become one massive red herring. I feel, because let's face it, the show's written by Nisio, and it's kind of like it's just set in stone. It's going to follow some kind of twist here and there. It's just going to be like, oh, okay, alrighty, Nisio. Like it's that kind of, you got to actually expect that from this kind of show. The fact it will probably kind of cause a few twists and turns here and there. This episode actually really did very kind of elevate the idea, because the whole thing with the old dude kind of just went, oh yeah, okay, all right, I accept that twist, because you don't really expect it from him, because he doesn't seem as if he's kind of the best character there. He seems as if he's just kind of there and that's it. But clearly there's more to him than we actually imagined beforehand, which I actually found quite neat. It's one of those things. I was like, okay, it kind of plays your perception slightly in actual kind of expectations for a character, because all of the characters who've been this kind of grandiose thing up this whole entire point all practically have died, besides Monkey, of course, but everyone else pretty much has died. So it's actually kind of neat we have this character who's kind of really, really like kind of bigged up to be this freaking awesome character. He's actually not ultimately dead yet. That's why I think you're on the right track there. I think I get you. I think I get you there. You got a good idea there. I feel as if it is kind of trapping the audience into thinking, oh yeah, I can predict who's gonna die next, because everyone who's had a backstory has died, besides Monkey, of course. So I believe, probably as you say, the first two deaths were kind of there as the kind of just to kind of maybe give you a false sense of anticipation to what's going to happen later on, only for it to go, no, fam, and you'd be like, oh, and then you're kind of just sitting there like, what do I do now? What do I feel? How do I react to situations? Because it clearly is doing that slightly, because it's kind of just playing slightly with perceptions of how characters work and the events that are occurring. Because again, you would imagine Rabbit to actually go and kill Monkey off straight away, because she's very kind of pacifist, but clearly she actually has a kind of an edge on everyone else. Clearly that's something we didn't really realize beforehand. Granted, in the previous episode, it kind of really did foreshadow this whole entire thing that she does have, these powers that she possesses. She's kind of Nito in that regard. So in that way, it's actually kind of neat. I like that idea, because, again, she's a pacifist. You'd imagine she would not survive this long, because, let's face it, everyone would probably want to take her down first, because she'd kind of be the easy kill, if you get what I mean, because she doesn't really fight. But clearly not, which I actually kind of like. Yeah, maybe no one will die. We're not too sure, because clearly there's a sequel to the show, because they announced it. There's a sequel to the show coming out, but not actually as a show yet. It's actually just a light novel. So it's coming out. It's there. So I'd imagine possibly that something happens here, which occurs the events in the next one. I don't know what it is, because they also introduce those people in the actual kind of like the observatory area, which then kind of makes me wonder, will they play a bigger part into the whole entire narrative as the show goes on? Because they're kind of there, but it's kind of like, what will they do? What they're going to do? What will they do? You don't know. So it's kind of interesting in that way. I kind of like the show, because it kind of paints a lot of intrigue on certain things that you would not ever imagine it to be before, because it's a battle royale. You couldn't in theory just go for this whole entire show without actually really giving any context, and just in theory go forward just like the way it was going in episode 1, 2, and 3. But no, is bucking that trend completely. It's like, no, fam, we're different. We're different battle royale. We're different kettle of fish, because, again, if you know the director of this show, he directed Muraniki, which was kind of not a good show, and surprisingly he's made a really bang out show this season. I'm actually pretty freaking impressed. I was like, bro, you did a good job. I was not expecting much from this dude, because, again, Nisio adaptations tend to be quite hit and miss, besides that they're made by Shaft. So if it's made by Shaft, you're pretty much fine. If it isn't, it's kind of like, what will they do? But clearly they actually know what they're doing with this anime. They know what they're doing. And it's showing now. I think it's all kind of coming to a heat now. It's all just it's all working in conjunction with each other. I think it's going from strength to strength. And yeah, hopefully the show actually continues in this way. Hopefully the show just continues elevating itself beyond where it is right now, because if it can, it might be one of the sleeper hits of the season, because I don't know whether or not people are still kind of on board with this show. I'm still on board with this show, because it's actually freaking great. I actually absolutely love it. It's one of those ones that you just can't predict, but at the same time it's actually enjoyable to watch. It's actually kind of neat in that regard. Yeah, it's kind of interesting, because they're keeping events backwards, if you get what I mean. Not backwards, keeping events back, because a lot of things haven't really been kind of explained just yet. The whole thing with Tiger really hasn't kind of been fully explained yet, because her character is kind of the one most shrouded in mystery, because she literally was there for 5 seconds and disappeared. You're like, oh, what happened to her? Also, the other dude as well, the one that had one of the was he called the Tatsumi brothers? Like one of the brothers, one of them's dead, but the other one's alive, and he's disappeared as well. Like I want to know what's going on with him because he's not there anymore. So I wonder what's his dealio, how will he play into the whole entire narrative, and what his kind of powers will be because it's kind of interesting that way. You just don't know what's going to happen next. I actually kind of like it. It's kind of keeping you on your toes because again, you would never imagine anything from the old dude, but clearly he's kind of the one that's actually the most smartest one there. He kind of orchestrated everything behind closed doors without everyone really realizing, although certain times they did because he actually did go directly to them. But he actually is quite a smart person. I like him for that reason. I think hopefully he doesn't die because I like him a lot. His backstory is actually kind of neat as well. Though the flashback is actually kind of a bit like, oh, why'd you put it in? Because there was certain things going on that was kind of a little bit more interesting at that point. But then as it kind of explained itself, it's kind of like, okay, I accept it. I accept it. I know the manga's a different route, but I have no idea whether or not the light novel's a different route just yet. Because if I remember correctly, the manga introduced a lot of characters, well, not it introduces some certain characters who aren't actually in the actual like kind of novel or actual anime either. Because the dude who's at the background, who's actually kind of like, what the frick is going on here now? He's not in any of the adaptations. He's only just in the manga. So the manga's a different route completely. But I don't know about the novel. I had to read the novel at one point. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Ox is actually probably the most strongest one now when you think about it. Though that might in theory be a kind of red herring as well. In essence, this show could be one massive red herring. The fact he actually seems as if he's actually very strong, but he isn't. He's actually kind of just normal, if you get what I mean. He's just kind of okay. He's not actually that kind of strong. You don't know because he does actually seem as if he is strong, but he looks can deceive, as they say, and the actual events can deceive as well. Because again, you thought Chicken might be the strongest person there because of the actual buff that she got, but in theory, no, she died in one hit. She got one hit KO'd. So pretty much at that point, you realize, oh crap, yeah, she isn't what she actually is, and in theory, everyone else might be exactly the same. I think the only characters actually kind of proved themselves so far is Monkey, really, because he had the whole training arc last episode, but clearly that's actually kind of factored into her whole entire character, which is actually aiding her in battle right now. So I don't know. It could be a massive red herring in that regard as well. I literally have zero idea. It's one you just can't predict. Can't predict it because I don't think that boss has killed Ox just yet. But again, I don't know. Ox is just strong. I know that for a fact. He is strong, but at the same time, I don't know. Because other characters don't seem as if they're strong, but clearly they are. That's why I'm kind of just wondering whether or not they actually will say Ox is actually the best one there, but he actually isn't. Because again, I don't know, because it could be that thing of, oh, yeah, strength isn't everything, bro. You need brains as well, and the brains don't factor into maybe certain parts of Ox's character, and actually then in theory he dies. Not too sure. I don't know, because they're kind of setting up the fact that Rabbit, Ox, and Monkey were the last ones to survive, and I think as if probably that won't be the case. But there might be no fall damage in this world, though. That's one of those things. It could be like a video game. There's no fall damage. I don't know. It could, in theory, be that he's strong. I'm not too sure. I'm just kind of predicting a certain like kind of twist that actually, in theory, he's not the strongest one there. He could be. He's strong. I get that because you got that with Chicken. He's actually quite strong. Same thing happened with Horse as well. But I'm predicting the fact that maybe he's not the strongest one there, and the fact that actually is a massive red herring for his character. I don't know. It would be interesting to see whether or not he actually is kind of the grandiose character there, and in fact, actually no, the old dude's actually the strongest character there, or actually Tiger's most strongest character. Because again, her character is the most interesting one because you literally have zero idea who she even is and what she's even doing there and what she's actually got up her sleeve. Because it clearly is something beyond the point of just, I don't know. Looks can deceive, as they say. That's what kind of the motive of the show is. Looks can deceive, and the fact that sometimes don't ever kind of think to yourself you're going to win this when you're not, because you might in theory die, clearly. But yeah, I mean, all in all, a fantastic episode. Really, it actually was. I was surprised. I was like, damn, because this show has been freaking great so far. But it's one of those ones that it's just kind of enjoyable, great. But this one kind of upped the ante when it came to certain things with certain characters. I thought, okay, so it's actually a lot deeper than I imagined, and I actually quite like that. I think it's actually kind of a neat thing when an anime, a battle royale, kind of goes deeper beyond the point of just a battle royale, because certain times battle royales can just be battle royales. Really, they might throw a twist here and there, but that's about it. But clearly, there's actually something going on more than just that here, which I actually kind of like. Yeah, it's true. I don't know. I feel as if she might be kind of one of the strongest ones there. I don't know, because there has to be something going on, because she actually managed to hear the old dude just like kind of rustling around. I thought, okay, it's kind of interesting. I wonder what's going on more there, because there has to be something going on with a character. There can't just be nothing there. There has to be something going on there. I thought to myself, you've got something going on behind closed doors there, Tiger. Don't fool me. You don't fool me at all. But I could be wrong. She could be just completely normal. There we are. Unpredictability, as they say. So that has been me for today. So probably might move over to tomorrow, actually, because what happened was the fact that work overtook my whole entire day, and now pretty much my head is spinning. I might have to kind of go back to doing more work, and then kind of break off for a little while, watch a horror movie or something, because it's Halloween. But yeah, probably overall might come out tomorrow. If I get some time today, I might be able to cover it. Might cover it next half an hour, possibly. So do be on the lookout. I have zero idea when I will cover it. My brain's literally on the verge of just kind of collapsing a slight bit. So anyway, with all that said, I've indeed been the driver. If you have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole, and you do want to leave a like, then do leave a like, because indeed it does me quite a bit. If you have enjoyed what I do here, and you want to stay a little bit longer, then do leave a sub, because indeed it does me quite a bit. But until next time, see you guys later. Bye for now.